Hey guys, we're back with another episode today, and today we are at Lake Erie. We are currently in the water. We are trying to fish for some smallmouth bass along the shoreline since it's been pretty shallow recently, and as you can see, it's only getting maybe a foot or so deep, so we could get it quite a ways out here, and maybe we can catch some smallmouth while we're at it. So we're gonna get started. I'll catch you all in a few seconds. See you in a minute. Alright guys, so we got our Carl DC and a little bandito bug going right now. We're gonna get walking out here. Show you how far we can make it. Angle that up a little bit. It's quite interesting. Just looking around. I don't know how far I can make it out here. Oh, the water gets a little cold, though it's pretty warm. So I'd say it's pretty good. This is a new kind of video on the channel. I have not done a video like this before. Since the last time I did this was about a few years ago. I haven't done this in a long time. Normally it would be on the other side, not on this side. I'd be to the right of us. Already seeing a few crevices we could try and fish. Beautiful sound of Corrado DC. I'm hoping the life jacket does not mess this up, because it's not exactly wise to fish this lake without a life jacket, especially when you're standing in the water. They're pulling at their weeds. Yeah, I am. Come here. Yeah. Weedless. Weedless my ass. It's not weedless. That is a lie. You can tell I'm a moving bait. I have my bag on me, so we can do anything we want. And this is like an all-purpose rod, so we can really use it for just whatever. Yeah, pretty nice day. The water's probably good, I don't know, 18 degrees. It's pretty warm water. We are using a Shimano Poison Adirena rod with a Shimano Corrado DC with my custom carbon fiber Gamexus handles. We're going to see if we can get ourselves a smallmouth. I've done it in past years. I wouldn't see why I couldn't do it again. Really? What the hell is this? Get off my line. I think it's tied to it. Yeah, we used to see big fish here all the time years ago. So maybe we'll see some big fish today. Possibly. But tonight when I get home, I'll have a lot of editing to do because I have yesterday's video, today's video, and then another video I was already working on. So I have a lot of videos lined up that I can hopefully get out in the upcoming weeks. Probably stuck on a rock. A weed. Or both. See, I love and hate bandito bugs because they're so good at catching fish, but at the same time, they're absolutely crap for staying on your hook. Like, I would rather, there's striking bugs that are really good. I really like those. I don't have my pack here today. Normally I would, but today I don't. Unfortunately. So it is what it is. There we go. That's properly rigged. I'm starting to clip though. I swear I just felt the bite. But I'm probably pulling it through rocks. There's like a 60% chance I'm pulling it through a rock. And you're just going crazy. Not stepping into the crevices. I have no idea how deep that is. I really feel like breaking my ankle today. A beautiful day out on the water. Silence away. Feel it on the bottom, just pulling through the weeds. Here. Maybe we shift spots out to a deeper area. I mean, we're only casting at probably like 3 or 4 feet of water or less. Like, we're not casting into much water at all. Like, even out this way, it's probably only going into tops 4 feet of water probably. Whoa. I don't know what that was, but it just came out at Mock Jesus and almost killed me. Probably caught up on some heavier cover. Almost came back and clocked me. We'll move. Starting to clip. Okay guys, we had to take a quick pause to take the thumbnail of today's video, because this video is pretty cool and I don't really want to use any of my boring fish photos. I'd rather use a cool beach photo. It's just not every day you're standing in Lake Erie fishing. It's not like how it used to be when I lived closer to here. And I could come out here pretty often. And then we got a cottage trip coming up, which is good as well, because then we have lots more episodes and good episodes. Normally the cottage episodes are like way more successful than any sort of video I post from around here. Oh, I felt like a bite. Could be a crevice, so I can never be too sure. But yeah, I've only caught a few fish here ever. And normally it was on bandito bugs or jerkbaits, which is surprising for such shallow water, isn't it? To be running a jerkbait. But you can do it. Just cast it into this deeper water, and the fish sitting around the edges will pick it up. But we'll work our way out deeper in a bit. Not too concerned right now because I have my bag on me and I don't exactly want to get my wallet, phone, everything else wet. I don't know what is there right now, but something felt weird there. But yeah, I'm not gonna go too deep today, only because I got all my stuff on me. But yeah, we're gonna head out over there somewhere and go from there. So we'll be back. You always forget how crap this lake is till you actually get in it, and it feels like a bathtub right now. So I can't even imagine how fish feel. Even I don't like it. Like, it feels like I'm sitting in a tub. So yeah, I'm only in what, 7 inches of water. It's still hot. Ugh, yuck. Just kind of trekking through it right now. Normally this is underwater too. I know in past years I would struggle to get through this area. Because normally these are even underwater too. Interesting. This would make a neat little thumbnail. Put this right here. I'll make a neat little thumbnail. We can make that work. Anyhow, back to walking. I don't know. I'll take a whole bunch of pictures and weigh out which one I like the best. I think the first time I ever caught a goby is here. I can't remember. Before y'all ask, yeah, I'm wearing water shoes. No, I'd never go through this barefooted. Cut your foot open 101. and it would hurt. A lot. Alright. Making our way up to deeper water. It's clearer out here as well. This is very good. It's looking deeper and a little bit clearer, as well as it is noticeably cooler compared to where we were prior. God, we're already pulling it through weeds. Yeesh. I knew I should have went weedless. Not weedless, sorry, weightless. It's already supposed to be quote unquote weedless. Yeah, look how weedless that is. Weedless my ass. I suppose this bait does not stay weedless at all. Unless you insert the hook into it, which I wouldn't recommend for your hookup ratios. God, that guy's throwing a frog. What the heck? I mean, no judgment, but like, you're in the middle of a lake. What frog is chilling out here? Should have brought a lighter rod. I bet a fluke would be really good here. I'll have to go all the way back to shore for that. So I left my Vanford over there. Yeah, I would get down and cross those rocks over there, but we simply cannot. Why does that look like a fish? Or am I just going crazy? The smallmouth bass here are so green that you sometimes can't even notice them. Like I remember one time I caught one, it was like a limey green to almost a blue. I'll have to pull up that picture. I'll put it up right here. I don't know if you can see my finger. Right there. That was on my birthday, I don't know, 2-3 years ago. It was the first year I got my Crowdo DC. Maybe 4 years ago then, because that's when I was still in high school. That was when me and Zach came out here. That was a fun day. Yeah, speaking of my birthday, tomorrow's my birthday too. I'm getting old, I guess. I don't plan on doing anything for my birthday, honestly. Pretty quiet day. Nothing crazy. I mean, I'm here with my family today. Although, oh, fish located right here, right there. I'll put an outline when I edit, but it's probably a fair sized carp. By the seams of it. Maybe it'll come a little closer and we can get a better look. But that's definitely a pretty big carp right there. I haven't caught a carp in a long time. Last time I caught a carp was on a Z-Man Shad Fry Z. My girlfriend S line up bait on a tiny jig head and a crazy ultralight rod. The fight was madness. It was probably one of the funnest fights I've had in my life. God. Yeah, it's definitely a carp. It's coming towards us, actually. And I'm just reeling in weeds. There's. He's coming in. He's just right there in front of us. Stand really still, maybe he'll come up. I don't think that's a carp. Kind of looks like a smallmouth bass. Call me crazy, but that looks like a smallmouth. Does not look like a carp, personally. The thing is, it doesn't match up with smallmouth colors. So, it might be a smallmouth. Might not be a smallmouth. I'm not sure. All I know is I think I might switch to a Senko. So, I'll be back, guys. Okay, guys, and we're back. This time with the Senko. It's a little light, and this rod is probably a bit heavy, but you know what? Whatever. It'll be a lot easier to use. And it's probably the best bait out here. Let's be honest. Thing is, I wish my gear ratio was a little faster with this reel, but it's not. So we're kind of just stuck with the slower gear ratio, which is fine. It's just not as effective on reeling. How? Explain. I'm keeping it up in the water column, away from the bottom, and it's still catching weeds. Bruh. Yeah. Send it way up there, maybe. Yeah, I can't wait to get back up north and catch some real fish. So sick of these city fish, Great Lakes fish. Gotta get back up north, get some northern fish, some healthy fish. Nice fish I've been catching have been healthy. We're at the dam. All of them look like they're half dying or discolorated or they haven't eaten in a week. Alright, we're gonna see what we can do. So we'll be back. Alright guys, we moved to some deeper water. Let's see if we can find something on here. Fishing deeper little crevices and holes out here. Just gotta avoid getting the GoPro wet at like all costs, because that would be a very bad day. Although I do have that GoPro protection thing through the app, there's also fish right there in front of us. Just saw me. Dipped out of here. I think it's a carp. Normally the deeper you get, the more fish you start to see. But we'll try and get an hour worth of footage. I kind of like making my episodes longer. Plus it gives you more for you guys to watch. So it's a win-win. I'm trying to stay away from YouTube Shorts. I don't really like the YouTube Shorts. I think they're kind of stupid, and I mean, sure, the idea of them and the concept of them it's not bad. It's a pretty easy way to get subscribers, but that's not how I want to build my channel. Like, I want to build my channel off full videos, not shorts. Shorts is just a cheating way to get subscribers. Well, you should be getting it from full videos. That's how it should be. Plus, I don't have any ideas for shorts either, to be honest. I have no ideas for that. I like just going fishing and recording it and posting it. That's really it. I don't go out of my way to do challenges or any of that silly stuff. Just go fishing, film it, post it, and hope somebody out there enjoys it. That's kind of my goal. It always has been. Hoping the wind isn't too loud though. There's a little breeze going, but it's not too crazy, so it should be fine. I can't tell if it's getting deeper or shallower, but I'm pretty sure it's getting deeper. And I can't really go too much further down here because I'm gonna end up getting my bed wet. And that has my phone and everything else. Like, it's different when it's raining and I can just kind of quickly soak that off. But when you fully submerge it in water, yeah, I don't know about that one. If it was just like my pliers and that kind of stuff, whatever. Even then, I try and avoid getting those wet too because I don't want them to rust. And I've had a couple rusty pairs of pliers in my life. These ones have been pretty good to me though, the Guggen ones. I lost my scissors. I don't know where they went, but the remainder, like the scale and the pliers, have actually been really good to me. They work great. I'm sure we're enjoying the beautiful sound of the DC reel as well. I feel like I don't use my Corrado DC enough. Is another thing. For being such an expensive reel, I really don't use it very often. Like, normally I'll use it for chatterbaits exclusively, but that's only combined probably a few hours of the year. I used to fish chatterbaits exclusively before I discovered, like, I don't know, swim baits, BFS, all that stuff, Texas rigs. Before I was big into any of that, I was always throwing chatterbaits, and that's why I had so many jackhammers. At one point, I had What are they? Those yellow plano boxes are ridiculously expensive. I had a box full of those. There's a chatterbait version of it. I had a box full of jackhammers. And I've lost all of them but 2. And that's kind of what's taken away my love for throwing chatterbaits, is just because the sheer price of them, it's just not worth it. Like, I'm so sick of paying $20, $30 for a chatterbait. And yeah, you could keep that for a whole trip, but on the other hand, I could lose that in like 5 minutes. And I've done that so many times. That's just kind of killed the whole chatterbait fun for me. I'll throw it up north from time to time, like the mornings and evenings through like weeded bays. But outside of that, I tend to avoid using it. And I'll stick to my soft plastic baits, BFS, and my swim baits. Because my swim baits, yeah, they're more expensive, but my line is so like strong. My leader is so strong. My knots are so good that it's never going to snap. So I never need to worry about it. Unlike all this stuff. Like why I lost $150 worth of glide baits in the spring. Pause video. Spotted, guys. He's coming towards us. Oh, he's definitely spotted the bait. He just ran away. Well, we can confirm that is a carp of some kind, of some sort. And I've lost complete sight of my Senko. I have no idea where my Senko is. I think it's after my Senko though. Like, it keeps coming towards it. Oh yeah, I was totally after my Senko. It is totally after my Senko. It came up real close, got a good look, and it was like, hell no, I'm out of here. I was like, hell no. I don't want to eat that weird looking worm thing. Maybe I could coax it in. I'm surprised it even came to look at it. I've never even heard of a carp wanting a Senko before. Although I've never heard of a carp wanting a mini jig, and I've done that, so I guess weird things happen. Especially in fishing. I've had pike, like fair-sized pike, bite like Senkos and bandito bugs in the past. I remember one time I was bottom bouncing an X-Zone adrenaline craw a few years back, and I somehow hooked into a pike. A pike was sitting there on the bottom. I thought it was a bass. It was a pike. I sat there, I was like, what the heck? I had never ever seen pike really eating bottom baits. Normally they're more a moving bait kind of thing, but that pike really wanted just a bottom bait that day. The Senko makes a little more sense because, well, mid-water column, moving bait. But not a Senko, sorry, a bottom bouncing bait like a bug or a craw, that was really surprising to me. I still see the fish though. I kind of crossed over it. If I can spot it on the camera, when I go through this footage later, I'll leave like a little circle to show you guys where the fish is so that you guys can see it too. It's a pretty aggressive little carp, I will say that. Well, not exactly little, the thing's probably like 20 pounds, but it's pretty aggressive. Like, it's purposely coming up to it. Most carp would not do that, especially like in the city. No, they would not do that. But these guys, they seem to like it. Probably because, well, they're not acclimated or they're not used to fishermen. So not every bait is gonna scare the shit out of them. But yeah, I think they'll still make a pretty interesting video. It's more like talking at this point. I like to talk as I fish, and plus I haven't updated you guys about my life in forever, and I know a lot of you care. So it's always good to update you guys. It's been a few months, but I think we're gonna move down and see where else we can maybe find fish, because we fished all this. We fished over there, fished over there. There's a fish right in front of us. Interesting. Look at that, right there in front of us. Oh, almost had it too. Oh, it really wants it. Oh, I really wanted it too. That sucks. Damn. We had it in its mouth too. It was a drum. Those things have weird teeth, so I'm not surprised I missed it. Oh, damn. Well, I guess maybe we will not shift spots, because that was a fair fish. But we will start a new clip, because this one's getting long. Alright guys, we're back. We have secured Shimano Bamford and a little spinning rod with a little perch swim bait. See if we can downsize it a little bit. Get some finesse fish possibly. I kind of got bored of throwing soft plastics. The nice part about this rod is that I can also throw my jerkbaits on it. So I packed little jerkbaits today. Not full-size jerkbaits, just little ones. There are little fish in that little thing. Little fish. Interesting. Anyhow, I don't think those were fish. I think those were insects. Anyhow, we work our way back to where we were. Catch. Yeah, I'll be there in a minute to win your spots, you girls, don't worry. But they're definitely traveling the fish up and down through here. We still have a ways to walk, so we're gonna shut the camera off for the moment. Okay guys, we made it back. And we've got our little paddle tail perch out there. And we're gonna see if there's any takers who would like our little paddle tail perch. You can definitely cast it a whole lot easier, I'll say that. But we'll probably fish around with this for a little while and probably head back to land, film the outro, get back home because we gotta do stuff later still. My day isn't over and I still gotta edit later, so yeah, if you guys ever want to see this video, I gotta take some time out of my day to edit. Damn, I can send this thing a mile. Yeah, it feels like a weed. Yeah. Hella weeds. Yuck. Not yuck, just annoying. Yuck to catch, that's for sure. Damn, did I put it immediately in the weeds again? Brutal. Yo. What the heck? Immediate weeds. I don't even think I had like 20 seconds. Not even. I don't think I had 5 seconds before I caught weeds there. Okay, maybe avoid the rocks. I will say one thing. I prefer Daiwa spinning rods over Shimano spinning rod. And then above Daiwa spinning rods is Megabass spinning rods. I really, really like the grip that Daiwa's done with their rods. I'll always like the classic grip, but I like this grip way more. It's more comfortable. It's more sensitive. And normally I get a better hook set between, because I have other rods that are just regular handles. But I really, really like these handles more. Also putting some thought into a jerkbait, possibly. It's not a half bad idea while I'm thinking about it. Maybe we'll swap over to that, so I'll be back in a sec, guys. I will say one thing. It's never easy to operate and walk through these rocks without almost falling or almost breaking your ankle. There's never a time I can come here and almost not break my ankle. That's just a given. I don't think I can actually skip this thing. Now I'm thinking about it. Like, and down here. Almost like a bait caster. Like, can I? Yeah. Not as easy, but you can do it. I don't know why I just treated that like a Senko. Probably because I'm so used to fishing Senkos. This is basically all I fish. Probably a good, I don't know, 60% of the time. Because in the city, your best bet's a Senko. I've been experimenting with new soft plastics for a long time now, but I can never get the right one. There's always one flaw that messes the whole thing up. If it's size, texture, like how tough the bait is, like does it bend, does it have action, does it have too little bend and no action. That's something I always look for in baits. I always like it more on the softer side. Yeah, they don't last as long, but I'm willing to buy whatever. I mean, that's fine. I don't really care about that. It's just, it's a pain in the ass when you're fishing on the boat. Let's say you don't have another pack and you need these baits to last. And they don't last. They might last you 2-3 fish each, and then they're all kind of shot, which is a pain. Well, on the other hand, you have baits like, I don't know, well, my Senkos, mine last forever, but those are like Alazi Tech, and they're like the perfect balance of like action and toughness, so that they'll last tons of fish, yet will still keep their good action. But when you get a Guggen Squad Senko, not much action. Those things are tough. Like, they're not light, they're not limbo, whatever the word is. They're not light. They don't flutter well. Flutter would be a good word. Like, a Senko is supposed to flutter as it falls. They don't flutter. They just kind of, well, they're meant to go and flutter down. And my Z-Man ones, or not Z-Man, they're Strike King, but they're made with Alazi Tech. Like the Z2, they're called the Z2 Senkos in the purple haze pattern. Those ones have like the perfect little drop, while also having really good durability. The fish love them. I've been using them for, I think, 2 years now. And then the Gary Yamamoto Senkos, I haven't used those in a long time, but from what I remember, they're pretty good. I just refuse to pay $10 to $12 for a pack of baits, unless like they're actually like worth it. And a Gary Yamamoto Senko, I just don't feel it being worth that much money personally, so I just never bought him. And then currently we have on a little, I think it's Northland Tackle, a little Mimic Minnow, I think they're called. Except this is like a mimic perch. I've used this many times on the channel. You guys have seen this bait a lot of times. I've had this bait for a long time, probably 4 or 5 years. I lost the first one because they come in packs of 2. I lost the first one when I first bought the pack, when I was fishing in Owen Sound. And then I've had this one ever since. And these things are also really good. They're great for a bedding season. So like, say there's a bass on this rock, just kind of flick it onto the rock, just leave it right on its nest. It just looks like a real fish. Bass will come over there and just gobble the whole thing. These things are really great finesse minnows, in my opinion. Weird. No fish here. Maybe we'll ship down. We'll be back, guys. What do you mean by it's pretty interesting here? They'll say it's not what it used to be. The water here used to be a lot more healthy. There used to be a lot more fish. And probably 3 or 4 years ago, 5 years ago, all that changed one day. And it just has never been the same since. I'll say that. We might call it quits pretty soon though, because you boys' knees are not awesome. Been treading through the water for probably 2 and a bit hours now. Oh, it's not nice on the knees. But we'll try and explore this area over here before we call it quits. Plus, I'm enjoying running through this bathtub temperature water. Not exactly the enjoyable lake experience, but I mean, it's Lake Erie. What else do you expect? Lake Erie or Lake Ontario? I don't know which one's worse. Sometimes I want to say Lake Erie. Sometimes I want to say Lake Ontario. Personally, I'd say Lake Erie's worse. Because Lake Ontario still has supreme fishing compared to Lake Erie. Like, Lake Ontario's better. A wider set of species. Plus, I think Lake Ontario's bigger. I'm like 90% sure Lake Ontario's bigger, if I'm remembering the map correctly. I might not be. I'd have to double check. But either way, Lake Erie's not the best for fishing around, at least where I am. This is Long Beach? I'm not sure. Some beach. When I edit this, I'll put it like right here. And you guys can come here as well if you're local. But we're going to keep working our way around, maybe find something interesting. And if I do, I'll turn back on the camera. Alright guys, so here's something you gotta be very careful of. That. It almost broke my ankle right here. That is probably 6 inches deeper than everything around it. I'm not stepping back in there, but yeah. He almost fell over right there. I suppose the water clarity is terrible right here. God, that would have sucked. Falling a dip with my camera. Everything else? Ugh. Hell no. Anyhow, we're working our way back to shore now, so catch you on the field. Alright guys, you've made it to the end of today's video. Your boy's gotten tired of treading around the water. His knees hurt. It's been like 2.5, 3 hours of just running around in the water. So, we almost caught one fish. Saw a whole bunch of other fish running around the shallows today. Personally, I'd say it's a very interesting video for not catching much. If anything at all, actually, we didn't catch anything. But it's a pretty cool spot to fish. Let's see. Not every day do you get to fish in such a cool spot like this. But maybe we can get back soon. Maybe catch some more fish next time I'm here. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe and support the channel. And hopefully we can get 2,000 subscribers by the end of summer, possibly. If I can get my uploading schedule together eventually. And I will see you guys when I'm a year older tomorrow. So catch y'all in the next video. See y'all next time.